been working on these containers for more than 6 months. The design has changed, and their function consistently changes.
He said.
No, she said.
I said.
No, she said, and it's no men is allowed.
Regardless of what we call them and who's allowed inside, the vision hasn't changed: to build with the mentality of zero waste. So we want to reuse as much as we can and use our free resources while, of course, leaving as little footprint as possible. We position the containers to the south for more reasons than just the amazing views. Our lifestyle revolves around utilizing the sun.
Right now, the sun is cooling our refrigerator. It's running off of the electric, the solar panel, and the batteries. And we're cooking with the sun with our solar oven. So what that means is we having a day where we're pretty much doing this for free. Cooking and cooling.
Cooking and cooling for free.
In the summer, the sun is right above us, so the roof coating we got from Tropical Roofing does more than just help protect the roof from leaks. It helps with the temperature because the white reflects the sun. In the winter, the sun is lower in the horizon, and that lets in more light to heat up the containers. So all of our windows have more than one purpose: to make the container feel more open and to let the sun in when we need it.
I've taken some temperature measurements, and I noticed that pretty much the container would be, no matter what, before we did any of this, maybe 20 degrees hotter inside than outside. I even measured, I think one day in Arizona it was about 108, and I measured 160 degrees somewhere up here along the top of the container. So it is extremely hot. But with the insulation, the cross breeze, the extra thick insulation on the roof, and the white coating to reflect the sunlight, we've got the container to stay within plus or minus 5 degrees of its surrounding area, which is pretty good. So it makes it a lot easier to cool it off.
We also had the containers framed where the studs are an 1/8 inch off the metal walls to keep heat from transferring from the metal to the wood. Next is water.
We put our gutters on the bottom so I can collect water that's on the top, and I can collect water on the side. So effectively, I have 3 surfaces that I'm collecting water from, and I collect a lot more water in a smaller space. So anyhow, the water comes out, and it goes from the gutters into a sump pump. Oh man. Which is just turning on right now.
Oh, that's the time.
Or turned off. So the water goes inside here from the gutters, and the sump pump comes on because it's a float that picks up when there's enough water. Then it pumps water through this hose over to our rain barrels. It's our water supply. Water goes into the rain barrels. The rain barrels are hooked up all together, and this is where we pull our water from, eventually to be pressurized to the side of the container. Once we're done with the water comes out through the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink or the shower. Now, when it comes out of the sink, we have a grease trap in its place to help separate out the grease. So what we do with the grease is we'll scoop off the grease and we'll put that into our bokashi bin and to later break it down to become soil. The rest of the water that's clear and affluent, it goes into the sump pump and is later pumped into our greywater system.
So what makes it all work? The brains of the operation. We call it the man cave.
This is the control room, and the box runs off of propane and solar as power. You have the inverter, the charge controller. This is the bladder. This is how we pressurize the water in the house. I'll show you a little bit more of that around the back. These are the batteries. This is our UV sanitizer. And this is the motor that pumps the water into the pressure tank, which pressurizes our house with water. The UV sterilizer is UV light that the water passes by, and as the UV cuts on, it makes sure there's no bacteria or other type of living organisms in the water that can get you sick.
So we've got the water figured out. We've got to eat. Gardening time. We built the beds from old wood from the family land.
This is a building.
All kinds of extra sensors.
And already we're seeing babies.
I'm building a vanity for the bathroom sink.
We needed a vanity, so we also reused family wood for that project.
Get it right.
He approves. It's Echo, and he approves this message.
Gotta move the Echo.
I think Echo likes it. Echo.
And the shelves are done.
I think he wants to go in. If he stares at the door long enough,
It's gonna open.
it will open.
The vanities are a perfect fit. Here's a peek at the bathrooms. Here's a tour of Bonfire Flame. And here's Grey Wolf. It's mind-blowing that we started with an empty tin box and ended up with this amazing smart box. This has definitely been a rewarding journey.
Rewarding journey.
But it's not
Life-changing.
life-changing for sure.
Life-changing.
But it isn't over yet.
No.
Because we've got so much still left to do. We're going to put awnings over the windows.
We gotta build a deck because, you know, we gotta
Right,
the
we
deck.
got to have something to step out
Right,
on,
right.
We have a lot of carpentry to do on the inside,
We have to build a fence around.
which we kind of learned how to do.
We did the. It was really cool.
And we want to learn how to make propane gas.
Because then we would totally be off the grid.
Not depending on nobody.
Nope.
But for now, we're going to enjoy the
Just
labor.
this,
Let's relax
just
a little
enjoy
bit.
the
right?
labor.
But we can't do that until we thank our Arizona State University intern.
Woohoo! Arizona State University, that's me. Alumni.
And then you. Anyways, ladies, Angel and
Angel
Diana.
and Diana, we love you. Thank you so much for everything.
These ladies have made this so much more pleasurable. They've had to deal with her. But really, we want to say we're grateful, we're thankful. Without you guys, this would have been much harder
Much
than
harder.
it was. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you, girls. Yeah. In the meantime, any of you guys, we want to thank you too for
Right,
watching.
right.
But if you have any ideas of things we should do or redo, let us know about those too. In the meantime, again, thanks for watching.
watching.
Don't forget, eat green, get sun,
sun,
and stay grounded.